That's okay. We're good. Which will be later this week. Bracket play will begin, and that's when things really start to get a little crazy, but it's important throughout the course of your pool play tournament to do the best you can with your win-loss record, as they'll seed teams. 64 teams will actually go in. When bracket play starts, we'll go from there. So starting things off here, Jordan Leon will lead things off for the prospects here in the top of the first frame. We'll get the defensive set for you here in just a moment for the San Antonio club. Pitcher of record, Brooks, as he comes in low. The count is 1-0. So Leon locked in, ready to go here, and early on, you're joining us. We welcome you this morning. An early morning game. And upstairs and in tight, the count is 2-0. And up again, and Brooks running it up and in on Leon. And the count is 3-0. On deck, Nateo Victorio for the prospects. As Brooks ready to go here. The 3-0 pitch, inside ball four. A 4-pitch walk to open up for Jordan Leon. And he'll find himself 90 feet down to first base to start things out. And Nateo Victorio will step in. On the rest of the defensive side, Isaiah behind the plate in the 3-spot, Cooper. Over in the 4th position, Trey. 5-spot over in 3rd is Noah. And the shortstop 6th position, Jason. In the 7-spot, Shane. 8-spot, Jack. And rounding it out on the right side, Wyatt. That's the defensive set for the San Antonio Kings club as Victorio steps in with Leon at first. From the stretch, pitch on the way outside. The count is 1-0. So Leon over at first baseman over in the 3-spot. Cooper holds him on as Brooks works from the stretch. Pitch on the way out again, and the count is 2-0. So Brooks just trying to settle in here early on as his catcher Isaiah says, hey, we can settle down here. Just take a minute. Let's get it over the plate. You got a good defense. And Victorio talking to Easton O'Quinn on deck, and prospects here early on. So a quick visit out to the mound for the SA Kings. Chris Allard with the call. It's been a good tournament so far. It's a pleasure calling the games throughout this particular week. It's a long road all the way into Saturday as we're in day number 2. It's only one a day, and certainly with the heat and so forth out here in Hoover, Alabama, it gets pretty warm out here this time of year, but good baseball conditions, and pleasure to be out here doing this event on behalf of the good folks from Perfect Game. To learn more about Perfect Game events, go to pg.org. Learn about showcases, tournaments in and around your region as the 2025 season continues to roll on. So Victoria will step in, a 2-0 count to Nateo with Leon at first, and a ball out. The count is 3-0. So 3-0 count as Cooper holds on Leon over on the first base side. Gracie keeping score here this morning for Perfect Game. Appreciate all of her help, and a shout out to her in ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Brooks as he needs to make some adjustments here on the inner half of the plate. So a little adjustment for Brooks. He comes inside a little bit. Run it over the plate. He'll find himself getting some strike calls as Easton O'Quinn will step in. Chris, our head umpire this morning, he'll manage the game throughout the course of today's matchup, working with Derek on the infield, a 2-man operation. From the stretch, Brooks continues to work as he checks second and Leon. Pitch on the way. And the ball is up and out in the outer third. The count is 1-0. Mason Moeller running for Victoria over on first, and a strike. And so Brooks able to locate, makes the adjustment, gets the inside part of the plate, and the count is 1-1. And a strike outside, so O'Quinn lays off there. The count is 1-2. And a big cut there, and O'Quinn will have a seat.
Hey, get a ground ball here, cat. Let's roll a pair here.
And a strikeout there at the plate for Brooks. That'll bring up Blake Barberena. We're in the top of the first. The SA Kings are the home team. They get the bottom of the frame as Barberena steps in. Moeller parked at first, Leon at second. No score early on, game 1 of 1 today. And the ball's chopped foul to the right side. Count is 0-1. Barberena left side, deep. That ball is foul. So Barberena takes a good cut, and the count is 0-2. Deep to the left side. The corners are 330 here. Good size field, 375 in the power alleys and 400 dead center. Brooks again from the stretch, takes a look at Leon at second. Shortstop rolls off. The ball is out. The count goes to 1-2. And a ball's up. The count goes even to 2-2. So Barberena lays off as Brooks runs it up. And a ball called at the plate. The count evens up at 2-2. And strike 3 on the outside. Barberena takes a look at the ball was out and thought it was outside. And Barberena will have a seat. Stepping in Noah Gerolamic. 2 down here in the top of the first frame. No score. ZT Prospects going against SA Kings. Jason again, the shortstop for the Kings, in tight on Leon. He'll roll off. Second baseman comes in. Strike on the inside. So Gerolamic taking a look there, and ball obviously crossing the plate, lower in the zone, getting the call. And the count evens up at 1-1. Gerolamic, shortstop side, 1 hop there, fielder's choice, they do it. The Prospects, they leave 2 on. We'll head to the bottom of the first. The SA Kings will get on the offensive side. We'll be right back. The 2025 Perfect Game 14U Majors, WWBA here at the Met Sports Complex. Chris Aller with the call. Stay with me, I'll be right back. Well, bringing you back in here as the prospects get on the defensive side, leaving 2 on to start things up to open up the first frame. We're in the bottom of the frame, and the SA Kings will get on the offensive side. The right-hander, Nate Hanley-White, will take care of business starting things off for the prospects on the hill. Behind the plate, Mateo Victorio, who'll do the catching for the club. Over on the first base side, Daniel D. Badar. In the second base position, Charlie Blaylock will take care of business there. Over in the third base spot, Geralamick. Shortstop for the club, Brandon Manavong. As Victorio sends it down to second base, we're ready to roll here. Over on the left side, Trey Lawrence, center field, Carter Nash. Rounding out the right side, Brody Taylor. That's the defensive setup for the prospects. We'll be ready to go here as the SA Kings will start off with the shortstop, Jason. SA Kings Martinez, leadoff hitter. Hanley ready to go. And a strike outside. He'll open up. The count is 0-1. And breaking ball there, missing. The count goes to 1-1. Early morning game, benefit for a lot of the players as we're looking at triple digits in the next couple of days as Hanley comes in low and the count is 2-1. Need to stay hydrated, find the shade where you can. As a 2-1 count. And a ball up, the count goes to 3-1. And Hanley comes outside, a good pitch, gets the outer third. The count goes full at 3-2. Now Jason steps back in with a full count here. And a ball low, ball 4. So Hanley-White will put on the leadoff hitter. And the batter, Trey, will step in. Badar over at first base for the prospects, holds him on. Pitch on the way. All missing on the inside. The count is 1-0. Coach Carlos Avila, a quick visit out to the hill. And just to see what's up with Hanley and settle things down here. Well, day 2 for those folks that are enjoying the 2025 WWBA. Some odd number of teams, I believe 158 teams entered into the tournament. As we're here into day 2. So
Go, kid.
Hanley needs to trust his defense. And a 1-0 count to the two-hitter Trey. Jason over at first, pitch on the way. Ball is low, and the count is 2-0.
Hey, we're hunting here. We're hunting, kid.
Throw back over to Badar over on first, and Jason gets back in time. And a good pitch on the inner third there, misses inside. And the count is 3-0.
Perfect. On the shoulder.
And a strike outside. So Hanley makes the adjustment, and the count is 3-1. Runner goes, throw down, strike at the plate, tag is on. And the batter thought he was on board, chucked the bat, and the count goes full at 3-2. So the runner, leadoff man, Jason, will move up 90 feet to second. And the count goes full at 3-2.
Let's go, kid.
So Carlos was looking for
Hey, don't let it up the blue here. Come on now.
an obstruction call as the batter moved out of the box, but no call made there. Manavong in tight at second. Hanley from the stretch, he'll step off. The count is full at 3-2. Right side.
Hey, good base.
Blaylock will take care of it there. And
Cruz. Stay hot, kid.
and out there for the prospects is Charlie Blaylock.
Hey, good team baseball there, Trey.
Makes the play over on the second base side. With one out, runners moving up to third. And the leadoff hitter, Jason.
Stay hot, kid. Go, Cruz. Hey, you're hunting here, Cruz.
Chopper. Blaylock will be able to handle it. The run will score. And the SA Kings will get on board
Way to go,
as a runner from third able to come in.
Go with you, Isaiah.
Two outs. The four-hitter Isaiah steps in.
Come on, Isaiah. Go with two, bud.
And a strike outside. The count is 0-1.
Go, Isaiah.
So Hanley opens up with the strike here. The 0-1 pitch popped up behind the plate, out of play, and Hanley works ahead at 0-2. Shortstop, Manavong gathers, should have a routine play there, and they turn it over 6-3, but the SA Kings get one over. And we'll head to the second frame. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Well, bringing you back into live action, Trey Lawrence will step in for the Prospects as Brooks stays on the hill for the Kings, and all inside. The count's 1-0. We apologize for a little bit of your line of sight. We might make an adjustment here shortly after the next inning, as the count is 2-0 to Trey Lawrence. We're underneath the perfect game 10 here, and they've got to shade their equipment as well, and unfortunately we're getting a little bit of the angle of the tent line, but you can still see the field well. We'll make a look at an adjustment in the next. So Brooks hits Trey Lawrence, hit by pitch. Will move down 90 feet there and on board. Brody Taylor will step in. And Trey Lawrence talking to Coach Sam down on the first base side. Trey, third base coach for this game here today. As Taylor steps in, throw back to first, tag on, and coming back in safely, says Derek, our infield umpire. Ball out, the count is 1-0. Right side. They get one there and two across. So they turn the double play. And 2 outs on the books. So Carter Nash will step in with the bases empty. The Prospects hitting into a double there, and a hard shot, and in and out. The Prospects go 1-2-3 in the top of the second. We'll be right back. Well, bringing you back into live action here. The SA Kings were able to bring one over their last at bat, and the Prospects were stranding 2 as Nate Hanley-White takes over on the hill and continues to get his warm-up tosses as he stays in for the Prospects. So Victorio sends it down, and Chris, our head umpire, will set the table. We'll be ready to go here as we're in the bottom of the second here, as Hanley-White will step on. And the batter Noah stepping in. Ball out, the count's 1-0. So a strike at the plate. Hanley White evens things up, and the count is 1-1. And that gets away. The count goes to 2-1. And a 3-1 count. And a ball cut foul. The count goes full to 3-2. And ball low, ball 4. So on board with a walk, and the batter Shane will step in. And the count is 1-0. And a 2-0 count. So Manavong taking a moment to talk to White and saying, hey, let's settle down here. You got a good defense. Use it. Hanley usually much more efficient on the hill. As Noah's over on first, Bedard holds him on. The 2-0 pitch, runner goes. No, looked like he was on his way, and a strike there, and the count goes to 2-1. Another throw over, and a couple of tosses over to Bedard from the hill as Noah getting back in. Fastball up, the count's 3-1. Runner goes, high fly ball, right side. Brody Taylor's going to have a good route. He's got a good arm. He'll throw it back into Bedard, and we'll get back in time. So an out to Brody Taylor on the right side. And the prospects will put one on board.
Way to hit the ball, Shane.
Stepping in, batter Jack, hitting in the 7 spot with Noah at first. Slow roller. Girolomic's going to have to go to first, and the out there.
Go, Harris, base hit.
2 down. As Girolomic across the deck there at 5-3 put out. And the out there. Cooper steps in the 8 spot. 2 down, bottom of the second, 1-0. Runner at second for the Kings as Manavong shuffles in a little bit. Hanley works from the stretch. And the count is 1-0. And the count goes to 2-0. Right side, ball is fair. And Taylor's got to bring it in at home plate. There's no play there. And on board with a single and an RBI. So the Kings put 2 over here. 1 across here in the bottom of the second. It's 2-0. And the ball chopped in the foul. The plate, the count is 0-1. Clayton comes in as the DH. And Cooper over on the first base side. Bednar holds him on. So hit by pitch, and Coach Ortiz heading out to the mound as Hanley just does not have his stuff this morning. And there could be a pitching change coming up shortly as Ortiz will slow things down. And I'm not sure what that conversation looks like, but I can assure it's some high energy there. So 2 runners on, first and second. And Wyatt will step in. So 2 outs. And runners at first and second. And a swing upstairs as Hanley runs that through. And the count is 0-1. And the ball cut foul to the right side. The count's 0-2. And strike 3 at the plate, gets the low part of the zone, and the Prospects, they give 1 more over, and it's 2-0. We'll head to the third. We'll be right back. So starting things off in the third, Daniel Bedard. He'll step in for the prospects. Brooks ready to go. Pitch on the way. And a ball out. The count is 1-0. And a ball low and out. The count is 2-0. And a strike outside. The count is 2-1. Time is called. Bedard steps out. Nope. Bedard back up the middle. Shortstop. 6-3 put out. As Jason will pick up the first out. Charlie Blaylock will step in. Prospects 9, 10, 11 hitters here. And the top of the third. Chasing 2 to get on the boards and even. And the count is 1-0. So Blaylock looks at a 2-0 count. And a strike there. The count is 2-1. Blaylock, chopper, right to the pitcher. Should be a routine play there. And the prospects with 2 outs on the books, and Brandon Manavong will step in. So Brandon steps in, base is empty, 2 outs, top of the third, 2-0. SA Kings getting on board early. Manavong back up the middle. 1 hop grab in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Brooks and SA Kings. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Excuse me. I gotta get in here. I'm gonna roll this in here. I gotta move this in. Thank you. There we go. There we go. For who? For ZT, yeah, I'll tell you who's pitching. It's Blake Barbarena. Do you get him? Yeah, you're welcome. If you need anything else, I've got it.
I like mine over there too.
Taking over for Nate Hanley White. Barberena, right-handed pitcher for the club. Be ready to go here as we're starting the bottom of the third frame. Correction, Jason, the leadoff hitter. And one more toss for Barberena, and we'll be ready to go here in the bottom of the third. So Victorio sends it down. We'll be ready to go as Jason will step in. Jason, the shortstop for the club. We'll be ready to go here as Easton O'Quinn over on the third base side saying, let's go, as Jason gets ready to step in. Bottom three, 2-0, SA Kings. Game number 2 of the 2025 Perfect Game WWBA. Manavong takes the hop, throws across in time. One pitch, one out for Barberena.
Go now, start us off, kid.
So 6-3 put out on the books. Trey will step in.
Go, kid.
And Barberena fastball in at 82. And the count is 1-0.
Let's go, something to drive here.
And a strike there. So Barberena evens things up. The count goes to 1-1. Third base side, good gather there. Down low, Easton O'Quinn. Routine play there. 5-3 put out on the books and 2 outs for the prospects.
We were talking about you when we were in LSU. Your ears must have been ringing.
Cruz will step in. And the ball is low. The count is 1-0. Slow roller, high chopper. O'Quinn lets it come down across the deck. And he's tagged on from Bedar off of the first base side. 3 up, 3 down. Quick work for Barberena and the prospects. We'll head to the fourth. We'll be right back. Well, we're ready to go here. Back to live action. We are through 3 frames. The score is 2-0 SA Kings, and the ZT National Prospects will bring up Jordan Leon to start things off. The Prospects here, top of the order. And a ball inside. The count's 1-0. And Brooks makes the adjustment, comes in. The count evens up at 1-1. Ball low, and the count goes to 2-1. Low and in, and it's a 3-1 count to Jordan Leon. And ball 4. So Brooks leads Jordan Leon 90 feet down to first base with a walk, and Mateo Victorio, a.k.a. Monster, will step in. And the Prospects here with a runner on. Their leadoff man, as I mentioned, top of the order here, as Victorio, the catcher for the club, will step in. Cooper will hold him on as a throw back over from Brooks as Leon gets back. So Victorio locked in, pitch on the way. Victorio back up the middle. They get 1 there and 2 unassisted. So shortstop getting a lot of action here this morning for the SA Kings, and unassisted there as Jason takes care of it. Easton O'Quinn will step in. And a ball low. The count is 1-0.
Hey, great spot.
And that gets away at first base, and Easton O'Quinn with good wheels. They're going to shut him down at second, an overthrow. No play at first. And what looked like a routine play and a 5-3 putout turns out ending up with O'Quinn at second. So Blake Barbarena will step in with Easton O'Quinn in scoring position for the Prospects.
No one's hurt here. Let's go.
O'Quinn at second. Shortstop Jason rolls off. Ball's outside. The count is 1-0. So Barbarena looking for a knock with O'Quinn at second. Shortstop Jason in his back pocket as Brooks takes a look. Jason rolls off. Ball's out. The count is 2-0. So Barbarena looking for something here. The Prospects trying to get on the boards here in their top of the 4th frame. They're chasing 2 to get even. Game number 2 here on day 2. Pitch is low, and the count goes to 3-0. So on deck, Noah Geralamick for the Prospects as Barbarena looks at a 3-0 count. O'Quinn at second. Prospects knocking on the door here in the fourth. Ball's cut foul to the left side and out of play. So Barbarena looking at a 3-1 count. Jason shuttling in from short on O'Quinn. He'll range up. Ball 4. So Brooks loses Barbarena, and Noah Gerolamic will step in. The runners at first and second for Gerolamic. Mason Moeller will run for Victoria over on first base. Easton O'Quinn at second. Gerolamic steps in. Ball is low. The count is 1-0. And Gerolamic pops it up on the third base side, and like to have that back. The Prospects, they strand two again. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. 2-0, we'll be right back. Well, we'll bring you back in live here as we're ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. As Blake Barbarena, it's another warm-up toss. And Victoria will send it down. We'll be ready to go. So Nateo sends it down to second. And the four-hitter Isaiah steps in. They go 4-5-6 here, SA Kings, here in the bottom of the fourth. Barbarena, ball's popped up off the third base side. No play there. The ball goes foul. Count is 0-1. Easton O'Quinn gathers, throw across, catch to Badar. 5-3 put out, 1 out. Stepping in, Noah hitting in the 5 spot. And a strike there for Barberena. The count is 0-1. Left side, backing up, and a good grab there over on the left side for Trey Lawrence. So Trey Lawrence pulls that in, and 2 outs as the prospects look at the 6-hitter Shane. And Blake runs it inside. The count's 1-0. Chopper right back to Barberena. And a toss over to Badar. We're good to go. So the prospects, they go 1-2-3 here in the 4th. They need to get on the board. We're going to the 5th. They trail by 2. We'll be right back. Well, bringing you back in here, we're ready to go in the 5th. Prospects trailing by 2 here. It's 2-0. Low-scoring affair so far. SA Kings were able to put up 1 in the 1st and the 3rd. And prospects have stranded a couple batters, looking to get something going here in the 5th. And a ball backside, good hand there. A throw across is in time. And Trey Lawrence will have a seat. And 1 out. Brody Taylor will step in. Ball up, the count's 1-0. Taylor laying off there. A little past 9 a.m. here this Sunday. And a ball out, the count goes to 2-0. And the count is 3-0 to Brody Taylor.
Good pitch.
And Taylor laying off, and Brooks has got to throw a strike there. The count is 3-1. Ball 4, Brody Taylor gets on board, and Carter Nash will step in. So a walk issued to Taylor, and Carter Nash will step in here.
Come on, Carter. Get your ground ball here.
So Nash steps in. Brody Taylor over on first base. Decent lead there, nothing too significant. Pitch on the way. Nash pulls it foul to third base side.
Hey, way to get ahead, kid.
Count is 0-1.
Get your ground ball here.
Cooper, first baseman for SA Kings, holding on Taylor as Brooks throws back over. Infield umpire makes the call, gets back safely. Derek working on the infield. Chris behind the home plate. And Carter Nash locked in. Runner goes. Ball is low at the plate.
Got it.
Ball's in and out of the glove, and Brody Taylor gets in safely.
Hey, good throw, Isaiah.
So a ball at the plate, the count goes to 1-1. Taylor moves up 90 feet. And a good throw coming out of the pop behind the plate. As Isaiah sent it down, but in and out of the glove. As second baseman starting to shuffle in here, a little tight on Taylor at second. Nash looking for a knock. Back up the middle. Brody Taylor's going to round. They're going to throw it home. A high throw. He's going to have to get down. And out at home plate. And an aggressive play for the prospects, rounding third. And a center fielder fired in a rocket. And Jack all the way at the plate. Surprising that the prospects were going to run Taylor, as the center fielder had moved up closely
Good throw, Jack.
on a flyout. So a good defensive play there.
Where'd he go, Jack?
Well, the runner out at home, and Carter Nash ends up at second, and Daniel Badar steps in. So a huge play at home plate for the Kings as they deny the run there, and that ball almost hit everybody at the plate. A lot of action here around the Met Sports Complex, multiple fields, and a lot of balls flying in and out as Badar gets ready to step in. Carter Nash at second. Badar, high hopper, third baseman.
Let's go.
And that'll do it. So that'll do it. They'll turn the side over, and we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, as we head to the bottom of the fifth, SA Kings leading this one 2-0. The morning game here for Prospects. Day number 2. They won their game yesterday at the afternoon session over at Mountain Bear High School. Nice stadium setup, and of course here at the Met this morning, the 8 o'clock matchup. Barberena will stay on the hill. Prospects have had some opportunities and it's not able to convert. They have left runners on and some aggressive base running on a ball hit to center field as Taylor rounded third on his way home, and a bang play and out called, which put 2 down. So we're in the bottom of the fifth. You're enjoying the 2025 WWBA Perfect Game event, 14U division. A long tournament will play all the way through the week, and Saturday is when the event will conclude. So the Prospects, with Barberena taking over on the hill for Nate Handley-White, has been able to manage the situation and had some efficiency on the hill so far with some quick work his last 2 innings. As we're ready to start the bottom of the fifth. So the batter Jack will step in. 7, 8, 9 hitters will go here in the bottom of the fifth. Chris puts it in play. We're ready to go. High fly ball. Carter Nash, a long route there and good speed. And Nash accelerates off the barrel. And a good route for him. Nash with good speed out there in center is able to pull that in. So Carter pulls that down, and Jack will have a seat. Cooper steps in. The 8 hitter, and the count is 1-0. And the ball's cut foul. The count evens up at 1-1. And a good curveball there, and for the strike, the count is 1-2. Time is called, and Cooper steps out. And Barberena, fastball up. The count goes to 2-2. A 3-2 count. And a ball cut foul straight back. So the 3-2 count holds here for Cooper. Cooper hitting in the 8 spot with Clayton on deck and 1 out. The 3-2 pitch, and fouled off again, and 3-2 battle continues here. And he went at the plate. Yes, that'll do it. Strike 3. So Barbarena. We'll take a look at Clayton. Hitting in the 9 spot with 2 outs here.
Go, Harris.
And Barbarena opens up with a strike. The count is 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Slider. And the count is 0-2. And at the plate, strike 3. That'll do it. 1-2-3 here. So Barbarena being efficient for the Prospects. We'll head to the 6th. They need to get their offensive machine moving here as they trail by 2. Low-scoring affair. We'll be right back. Well, bringing you back into live action, we're ready to go. Charlie Blaylock will start things off for the Prospects. As Blaylock, Prospects will go 10-11-1. And we're ready to go here, starting the top of the 6th frame. 2-0 SA Kings. Prospects looking to get on the board here. And a ball missing out. The count is 1-0. And a 2-0 count. And a 3-0 count to Charlie Blaylock. On deck for the Prospects, Brandon Manavong.
Go battle back, kick. There you go.
And Brooks runs it in, and the count goes to 3-1 as Blaylock taking there. And Charlie still in a hitter's count at 3-1. Outside ball 4. So Blaylock gets on board with a walk. And stepping in, Brandon Manavong. So a visit out to the mound to talk to Brooks. Stay with us. We'll be right back. So Manavong will step in with Charlie Blaylock at first in good speed. Manavong, bunt attempt, fouls it off on a low pitch, and the count is 0-1. Ball out, the count is 1-1. A pitch out as Isaiah came out of the box there. And Manavong will step out, looks down the line to Coach Carlos Avila. Coach Trey over on the first base side. No outs, Blaylock at first. And hit by pitch there, so Brooks will send Manavong down on a hit by pitch. And no outs, and Jordan Leon will step in. So the prospects knocking on the door with another opportunity. And a visit out to the mound real quickly as Chris will reset everything. Isaiah walked out to talk to Brooks and get that taken care of. As Leon will step in. Manavong at first, Blaylock at second. We're in the sixth. Good bunt down the first base side. They'll go to three. They'll get the runner. Oh, and a tough play there at first as down the line. Leon went quickly, but the work was done there as runners will move up. And Victoria will step in. A knock will get one over. Line drives are your friends here today with a deep field. 330, as I mentioned, in the corners, and it's very deep to center. 400 with 375 in the power alley. So line drive will help your cause. And stepping in is Victoria. Runners at second and third. Ball is low. The count is 1-0. One out, sixth frame. Prospects starting to wake up some here, as their bats have not been able to convert thus far. And Victoria looks at a strike, and the count is 1-1. Victoria fouls it off. And the count is a ball and two strikes.
Hey, best pitch of the day here. Let's go.
Go boys, be ready.
Man, let's put him to work, baby. I know. How to do it. See, style. You're the same.
Well, 1-2 count to Victoria as he steps back in. One out, top of the sixth. Prospects looking to get on the board. It's a 2-0 game so far. And a ball out. The count evens up at 2-2. And a ball out. Victoria looked like he was going to pull the trigger there. And the count goes full at 3-2. So a high leverage moment here and full count on Victoria with one out. And Easton O'Quinn on deck for the Prospects. And ball 4 swung on. That ball was low. Victoria went after it, and it most likely could have ended up being ball 4, and he strikes out. And Easton O'Quinn will step in. And a low pitch, and Victoria chases it. 2 outs on the books for Brooks and SA Kings. Easton O'Quinn will step in. O'Quinn ready to go here. And the count is 1-0. And the count is 2-0. Easton O'Quinn, 5-6 hole, gets through. Rounding, coming hard. He's going to have to hold up, and he does. So Carlos Avila shuts down Manavong. Trey ran the last one in Brody Taylor. And on board with a single and an RBI. Runners at the corners. Now the Prospects come across. They get one over here in the 6th. And Barbarena will step in. For a moment, it looked like Carlos was going to run Manavong, but they cut it in quickly. And Barbarena cut at the plate, foul. Count is 0-1. Two outs here at the top of the 6th. 2-1, Prospects were able to bring one over. A long conversation. The coach from catcher Isaiah, and runners at the corners. So Barbarena steps in. O'Quinn at first and Manavong at third. Throw back over. Ball out and low. The count goes to 1-1. And a ball out. Isaiah able to grab that one. That could have got away. And a good grab for the catcher, Isaiah. And the count goes to 2-1.
Let's go, Brooks.
And left side, that ball could drop in, and it does. Here comes Manavong. And a 2-2 tie. So the Prospects waking up here in the 6th with 2 outs. And Barberena evens things up as he goes to the left side. A single and an RBI. It's a 2-2 tie. So Brooks will step off. A solid outing for the pitcher Brooks for SA Kings. And good work for him as he takes a seat. And they'll make a pitching change here. Stepping on the mound now, the righty Cruz. Stay with us. Pitching change here. We'll be right back. So Cruz Lopez takes over for Brooks, who pitched well for his club, and Barberena ends up tying things up here with his single, and Noah Gerolamic will step in. So a 2-2 game in the 6th frame. So Noah looking to get something going here for the Prospects with 2 down. Line drives his friend, I know that much. We've seen that in Barberena's shot. Line drive to the left side going opposite field for Barberena. With Barberena pitching, they'll bring in Mason Moeller. Moeller will run for him over on the first base side. So our head umpire, Chris, will set the table, and we will be ready to go here. He puts it in play. Gerolamic steps in. 2 outs, top of 6, a 2-2 tie. And the ball is up. The count's 1-0. And a balk there on Cruz Lopez as he gets called on the infield umpire, and runners will move up 90 feet here. And a 1-0 count to Gerolamic. The Prospects with a scoring opportunity, and O'Quinn at third. Cruz takes a look. Pitch on the way. And slider out. The count goes to 1-1. And Gerolamic cuts it foul and out of play. And Gerolamic strikes out. They leave 2, but it's a tie game. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th, a 2-2 affair. So Victoria will send it down to second. We'll be ready to go as Blake Barberena stays on the hill for the Prospects. A 2-2 tie. Prospects were able to wake up here on their bats and get things going in the sixth. Top of the frame, bottom half goes to the SA Kings. So Contreras, Nick will step in to face Barberena. We're ready to go. And a strike there for Barberena. The count is 0-1. And Barberena, good pitch there. Curveball just missing in, and the count goes to 1-1. And a strike there. The count goes to 1-2.
All you, Nick. Don't let it up the blue here.
Left side. And a good play there. Trey Lawrence releasing off of the barrel there. And Lawrence will pull it in for the first out. So one down here. And the batter, Sapp, will step in. Jason, first name, shortstop. And curveball in for the strike. The count is 0-1. A 1-1 count. And swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. So Jason takes a cut there and it gets through. And just fouled off, and Sapp was able to get a piece of it, and the count holds it a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch from Barberena is up, and the count goes to 2-2. And it's ball 3, not ball 4, and Sapp a little anxious to get down to first base, and he will come back. The count is 3-2, and Sapp will step back in. A full count here with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, a 2-2 tie. Good one so far. Pitch on the way. Third base side, good gather there for Easton O'Quinn. Throw across is in time. Bedar with a good pick there off of the first base side. 1 hopper, so Bedar takes care of that. And a 5-3 put out with 2 down. The 2-hitter. Trey steps in with 2 outs. Inside, the count's 1-0. And Barberena right side. Still time. He's going to have to get there quickly. And safe. So Charlie Blaylock usually gloves that up, and in and out of his glove there. You can see he's frustrated with that one. And on board. And stepping in Lopez, the pitcher of record. And Barberena ready to go. He'll work from the stretch, but Dar will hold on. Runner Trey at first. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss there. The count is 0-1. Barberena from the stretch looks over. Runner, decent lead. And Barberena comes in. The count is 1-1. Elevated pitch there for Barberena. As Badar holding on the two-hitter Trey. Cruz taking over for Brooks at the plate here in a 1-1 count. 2 outs, bottom 6. And curving, good pitch there. So count is 1-2. As Barberena and the prospects looking to get back on the offensive side. Runner goes. Swung on, fouled back. Trey will need to come back to first, and Lopez will step back in. Time is called, and Barberena will step off. Lopez steps out, and he'll reset. As our umpire, Chris, doing a fine job today, puts it back in. A 1-2 pitch. And the ball was just slightly elevated. The count goes to 2-2. And Manavong showing his range there from shortstop. And they'll leave one on. We'll head to the 7th, a 2-2 tie. We'll be right back. As Jimmy Stout comes in, looking at the first pitch from Cruz, the count's 1-0. Stout steps in, ready to go here. Pitch on the way. And Stout looks at a strike. The count goes to 1-1. Well, Stout looking for something here for the prospects. And a ball out. The count goes to 2-1. So Stout being patient. Prospects looking to get something going here. We're in the 7th frame. As Lopez steps off. The 2-1 pitch. Jimmy Stout, third base side, and a good glove there and a high throw, but in time. So Stout down the line, 1 out, 5-3 put out. And Brody Taylor will step in. So Taylor steps in here with 1 out and a 2-2 tie in the 7th. And Taylor lays off. And the count is 0-1. And a ball out. The count evens up at 1-1. Now the prospects looking for runners here in the 7th frame. SA will get the bottom. Taylor, right to the pitcher. 2 outs. So Carter Nash will step in. Base is empty for Nash. And Carter looks at a ball. The count is 1-0. Nash, left side, well hit. Left fielder's backing up and to the fence line. Nash is on his way to second. And he's going to have to get back to second. A hard throw in. And a good grab there. Nash was on the move. And a big play at second. He got a third of the way to third. And gets back in time.
Hey, no one's started here. Let's go now.
So Nash gets on with the double. And Donnie Elbadar will step in.
Hey, get your ground ball here.
So Badar will step in with 2 outs, top of the 7th, a 2-2 tie. Carter Nash at second. And Badar looks at a strike, and the count is 0-1. Lopez from the stretch, time is called. Lopez will step off. Carter Nash steps back on, and Badar will step back in. Lopez steps off. No throw over to second. as Carter Nash with good speed. Jason is in his back pocket on the shortstop side. Ball is up. The count goes to 1-1. Ball low. The count is 2-1. And a ball up, a 3-1 count to Bedar. And a strike there. Bedar looks at the strike, and the count goes full at 3-2. 2-2 tie, top of the 7th. Bedar, one hopper, third base side. And the out's recorded. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. We're locked at 2-2. So we're ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th frame, a 2-2 tie. And stepping in will be Cruz. Correction, Isaiah. 2 number 13s on the team here. Separating the two, and they'll go 4, 5, 6 here. Barberena ready to deal, pitch on the way. Ball out, the count's 1-0. High fly ball. Manavong rolling off from short. And Manavong takes care of that. 1 out. Noah will step in. And a ball cut foul to the right side. The count is 0-1. And good pitch there, and for the strike, curveball. And the count is 0-2. Time is called, and Noah will step out. And strike three call. So Barberena gets the K and 2 outs. Shane will step in. And a ball low there. The count is 1-0. And a strike there. The count evens up at 1-1. Right side. That ball will drop in. Brody Taylor will gather from the right side, and Shane gets a hit. And on board with a single with 2 outs. And the batter, Jack, will step in. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. 2-2 tie. Manavong will take it himself. And this one will end up in a tie here. In pool play, there's no California rule, which is unfortunate, but a 2-2 tie here as the ZT National Prospects were able to roll back in the 6th, and we went to a 2-2 tie to finish things up. Players will shake hands at the mound. That's really what it's all about at the end of the day. Chris Allard with the call. It's been a good one. 2 days in a row. Prospects won yesterday. They tied today. Game 3 will be tomorrow. We will bring it to you live. For now, day 2 of the 2025 Perfect Game WWBA. This one's in the books. We will move on till tomorrow. For now, enjoy your Sunday, and thank you for watching. We'll say so long from the Met Sports Complex here in Hoover, Alabama.